Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your old pal Nate. Welcome back to another episode of Nate's Greats, and today we're going to talk about an interesting, incredible, fierce, and just heavy live album from the mighty Miles Davis. This is Dark Magus. This came out in 1977, and what it is it is a concert that was from 1974 that was recorded at the Carnegie Hall in New York City, New York. And all I can say is if you're expecting My Funny Valentine, all blues, so what, milestones, you're not getting that here. What you are getting here is a wall of noise and funk and avant garde beauty. There's moments that could make you actually headbang along. And yeah, you have the lineup of the band is Miles Davis, obviously, Mr. Davis himself on trumpet. He even plays Yamaha organ. On this album, you have David Liebman, who does the tenor and soprano saxophone sounds. You have Azar Lawrence doing the tenor sax, Pete Cozy on guitar, Reggie Lucas on guitar, Dominique Shalamar on guitar, Michael Henderson bass, Al Foster drums, and James Matume on percussion. So what you get is just this dense, heavy, pummeling music, and it's like a wash of noise. The fact that they give these things track titles, it's just one long, dense, murky jam with different sections and codas that kind of weave in and out. It opens with Moja Part 1, and it's this brooding, heavy piece. Miles has horns that are soaked in the trumpet has got a wah-wah distortion to it, which almost acts as like a fourth guitar part, and it adds so much denseness and textures to it. Moja Part 2 is more of the same. Willie has the Part 1, I believe, is just mind-numbingly good. And it has just the right amount of texture and taste, and that's where the organ, I believe, creeps in. I believe that's where you get Miles Davis playing a little Yamaha organ. I could be wrong. And then Willie Part 2, more denseness, more texture, more groove, more funk. It's got this nastiness and this groove that's just impeccable. Reggie Lucas's guitars, Pete Cozy's guitars are great, and Michael Henderson and Al Foster as the rhythm section just hold it down. And Matume adds that layer of percussion with the drums that just adds that funk, that very you get that African music vibe that is just incredible. And then you get Tattoo Part 1, more fiery guitar work and drum work. The saxes are off the charts. Then you have Tattoo Part 2, more fire, more to it. It's also called Calypso Free Limo. Just amazing. Then you have Nene Part 1, also known as Ife. Great guitar playing in this. The bass and drums are added, and there's an element of dense murkiness. It's all I can keep saying about this record is there's so much density and perplexion, and it'll make you scratch your head at first, but once you get into it, my God, it's one of the heaviest things on the planet. Some metal bands wish they could be this heavy. And then it finishes off with Nene Part 2. And then that's it. That's the end of the album. And you're at it out of there and you feel exhausted and you wonder what you've listened to. But you hear this and you can understand why noise rock bands and shoegaze and genres like that take from this era of Miles Davis. Because it's very much about creating a texture and a rhythm and making you feel something. It's not melodic. necessarily. You're not going to get sing-songy parts from this era of Miles, but this is the era to me where he really pushes himself and the band pushes themselves to the virtual limit of their talents. You're seeing a band hanging on the edge by their fingernails here. But anyway, enough of all that. You got the idea. This record is an absolute classic, a smoking hot pile of jazz fusion Afro funk goodness. But please go check it out. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, have a good one. Stay blessed and beautiful, and keep that PMA, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.